Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel about my Lego City project called Brickworld. And in today's update, we're going to work once again a little bit on our neon sign from the last update. And after that, we're going back to our big main project, our cinema project here. We're going to work once again here on that big city project here. So stay tuned for today's update, where a lot of stuff is going to be placed inside the city. Last time we added that next neon sign here on top of that building, and we found out that it's a little bit too bright, so I bought that little stuff here, and I can just use that little wheel here to change the brightness of the neon sign. So if I just take the camera back on top of that building, you can see if I'm moving here that little wheel, the brightness of the sign is going from off to very, very bright. And as I said last time, the brightness is in the video higher than it's in real life, but you can see that I can just adjust it here, so I can just put a little bit less bright, and that makes a big difference because it now fits much better into the city. Coming to the next part, I just printed out some little signs here, an epic merch sign, because last time when we were working on the cinema, I just asked you what we can do with the dead end area here on the left. And after a lot of comments, especially from the German channel, I just decided to put in a little merchandise shop, a shop where you can buy merchandise from different kinds of cinema, movies and projects, etc. And you also can see I already started working inside here in that little area here. You can see that little minifigure here. That's just a statue, no real minifigure, of course. And we have just here another door. We have one door inside and one from outside, so we can enter the shop from inside the cinema, but also from outside on the street. And you also can see I just added here a little kind of roof, added some light. Of course, as always, I'm using the light system from Light My Bricks. And you can see just a little ramp here from the emergency exit from the cinema itself. And yeah, there's going to be another sign here later on, maybe not in today's update, but in a future update. And also the building is going to build a little bit up. By the way, you can see the next sign here in the distance, and it looks much better now. Just by the way. But coming back to the cinema, I just want to work here inside of our epic merch shop. As you can see here, I just added a little minifigure here from the Spider-Man minifigure series. That's the werewolf minifigure. Just thought it's a nice addition here outside and a good way to integrate a figure like that. And also you can see a lot of stuff inside, like the Gumper here, and also some people inside just looking around. Here inside we have the cat from The Simpsons, a lot of different kinds. We have Navi here from the Avatar movies, just some lightsabers, for example, just some other stuff. And I think it's a little nice shop here, just selling some merchandise stuff. We have the woman here working here, another customer here talking with her, and just some little details here, just some printed parts, etc., etc. And I think it's a nice addition to add it here to the dead end of that part of the cinema. And that was a very nice idea, especially from the German channel. And yeah, I think it fits perfectly here into it. And that's a very good place. We can now work on top of here, adding the next part here of that roof, adding some more light, and then we can just working on the facade of the next level here. And we're also going to add some more minifigures outside here on the street level, of course. As you can see, that's the end of the module. Later on, there's going to be the next module here. That little gap here is going to be hidden for the next module in a future update, just for information. But yeah, I think we're on a very good track here. And I also got some new fan posts. As you might know from past updates, the cinema project is also a community project. You can send in your minifigures styled in city or fantasy style, because there's a fantasy movie running and it's a kind of cosplay. And you can send in your minifigures, and then they are going to be placed inside our cinema. So if you also want to be a part here, like these two minifigures here, just send in the minifigures to the address in the imprint. But be careful, you have to send them to Germany just for your information. I also got another one from Henrik and Karen, and that's a little note here. I'm not talking about it because you won't be able to read it, by the way. But as always, I'm just showing everything to show the minifigures that are going to be placed in. 2 new minifigures from them. So let's say welcome to some new minifigures here. And then we're going to 1,330 6 minifigures now in the city, an insanely big number, increasing every update. And yeah, welcome to the city. Coming back to our project, you can see I added the roof, worked a little bit more on top of here, and also we have the light in our side of our epic merch shop. And yeah, everything comes together. We have a nice view now how everything should look. We have the integrated light, and that's a good base to work on of the next part here. Going to work on the facade. I'm not quite sure what's going to be inside here. Maybe there's going to be a restaurant. I also started to integrate some more cables here for upcoming light projects. And yeah, it's nice and stable. We have a nice view, we have a nice facade, and now we're going to place the next part of the facade to show how everything could look at the end. And here it is. I just tried to adapt already planned style of the facade going up, but not copying by 100%. As you can see here, the glasses are missing because I do not have enough glasses left. I just ordered some more, but that's no problem right now. We can install them in a future update. But I think that's a very nice way to go up on that building. Of course, there's nothing inside, but I think we're going to integrate a restaurant in that area in an upcoming update. That's a nice addition because there are often restaurants in cinemas or multiplex cinemas, and where the people can eat something before or after the movie. And yeah, I think that's a nice way to add a little more storytelling moments here. We have these big windows so we can really see everything which is inside from the outside, and yeah, I think that's going to be a nice addition. I did a lot of stuff in today's update, integrating the merch shop, working once again here on the outside of the building, and now everything comes together step by step. Of course, we need to go back here. We need to work on that blue building. That's going to be a little bit insane project because all of these different awkward angles here, but I think that's a very nice way because it makes it more realistic to have not only 90 degrees angles, and there's still a lot of stuff to do here, also here inside in the cinema, but that's something for future updates. But we are, as I said before, in a very good way, going step by step. And you have to have in mind that it's everything here in the brickwork is a very big project, taking a lot of time, taking a lot of money, taking a lot of parts. So we just have smaller steps, like not on the other channels. But if you want to see more, just subscribe and bye.